The Islamic State savages have released a new propaganda video promising to unleash attacks on the West, naming London, Berlin, and Rome as targets to come. And this, the Daily Beast is reporting. Two top intelligence analysts at U.S. Central Command say they were kicked out for producing those reports that we've been talking about that contradicted the Obama administration's rosy narrative about the fight against ISIS. The Daily Beast writing, quote, "The working environment at CENTCOM has been described as toxic and hostile. As the Daily Beast previously reported, more than 50 CENTCOM analysts have said that senior officials gave more scrutiny and pushback on reports that suggested U.S. efforts to destroy ISIS were not progressing. Analysts that took a more optimistic view of the war effort got comparatively less attention from the higher up. So a pat on the back or even silence if you said what they wanted. If you didn't agree, boom, you're out of here." Your thoughts?
Boom, you're gone. Listen, I think this is absolutely outrageous. I asked the question, why wouldn't the president want the best intelligence possible so he can make the best decisions possible? But you go back and we look at Bo Bergdahl. You have the administration call him an individual who served with honor and distinction. They make a trade for him for 5 Taliban rebels. And then they go after these 2 intelligence analysts. I mean, this doesn't make a lot of sense. And remember this too, back in September, you had 50 analysts complain that the administration, the higher-ups, were omitting certain portions of their report or watering down other parts of their report. So this isn't the first time we've seen this. This has been systemic with this administration, which is, I think, a huge problem with regard to our defense, and I think why Donald Trump is doing so well.
Yeah.
They want someone to tell us the truth and fight for us.
You know, Andrea, we've talked about this time and time on the show, how the media, other media outside Fox News have not really been covering the story. This is a huge story. You Google it, first you might see our legs come up, because we talk about it that often on the show.
I am borderline singularly obsessed with this story. It was over 150 members of the intelligence community, Harris, that stood up and said, for the last 8 years, we have been pressured to fudge the intel, to scrub the report so that the threat of ISIS is gone. Why would the administration give cover to ISIS? Is it about his legacy? I mean, some people are asking the question, is he covering for ISIS? Why would the administration be pressuring these intelligence agents to not give us the facts on the ground? And we see this is an administration that's not above censoring out radical Islamic jihadism from a speech with the French president. And this is a bigger push, and it's a bigger story that the media isn't covering. Who are they going to replace these intelligence agents with? There has been a move by the intel community to replace the analysts and the agents with progressives. So I want to know who's going to replace these 2 people that say that they're being retaliated against. If I had to guess, it's 2 political appointees that will write a progressive storyline.
All right, so on Capitol Hill, the Intelligence Committee and other national security committees want to have access to these analysts, I would imagine, right? They want to be able to talk to them. What's that progress been like?
What's important is if you have an analyst who is having problems with the administration, you want to bring them in and talk to them by yourself so they feel free to fully disclose information to you. No, they're bringing in superiors to sit down as the Congress interviews them, which is absolutely outrageous.
At the same time, Congress is trying to get their hands on documents, but that's probably going to be a pretty tough task.
Listen, they're not coming. Listen, I serve on an oversight committee. This is the most difficult administration to get information from. They stonewall us at every turn. And frankly, there's going to be another attack that will blame on the intelligence community.
They're telling us where they're going. They're telling, we know they're coming, correct? They're killers, they're savages. You want to have the best intel to fight them. It just boggles the mind why you'd scrub those reports. More outnumbered. Stay with us.